Hi, a wonderful morning from Dhaka. I will start reading. I'm very lucky that today I found the point I had stopped yesterday very quickly. I will set my timer and start reading. Set my timer. Many people are overconfident, prone to place too much faith in their intuitions. They apparently find cognitive effort at least mildly unpleasant and avoid it as much as possible. Now, I will show you a logical argument, two premises, and a conclusion. Try to determine as quickly as you can if the argument is logically valid. Does the conclusion follow from the premises? All the roses are flowers. Some flowers fade quickly, therefore, some roses fade quickly. A large majority of college students endorse this syllogism as valid. In fact, the argument is flawed because it is possible there are no roses among the flowers that fade quickly, just as in the pattern ball problem. A plausible answer comes to mind immediately. Overriding it requires hard work. The insistent idea that it's true, makes it difficult to check the logic, and most people do not take the trouble to think. Uh, my touch screen malfunctioned. Through the problem. This experiment has discouraging implications for reasoning in everyday life. It suggests that when people believe a conclusion is true, they are also very likely to believe arguments that appear to support it. Even when believe arguments that appear to support it, even when these arguments are unsound. If system 1 is involved, the conclusion comes first and the argument follows through. Next, consider the following question and answer it quickly before reading on. How many murders occur in the state of Michigan in 1 year? The question, which was also devised by Shane Patrick, is again a challenge to System 2. The trick is whether the respondent will remember that Detroit, a high crime um, city in Michigan. College students in the United States know this fact and will correctly identify Detroit as the largest city in Michigan. But knowledge of a fact is not all or none. Facts that we know do not always come to mind when we need them. People who remember that Detroit is in Michigan give higher estimates of the murder rate in the state than people who do not. But a majority of Frederick's respondents did not think of the city when questioned about the state. Indeed, the average guess by people who are asked about Michigan is lower than the guesses of a similar group who were asked about the murder rate in Detroit. Blame for a failure to think of Detroit can be laid on both System 1 and System 2. Whether the city comes to mind when the state is mentioned depends in part on the automatic function of memory. People differ in this respect. The representation of the state of Michigan is very detailed in some people's mind. Residents of the state are more likely to retrieve many facts about it. Pe- My timer has ended. I'm looking back what I have read today. I'm going as much slower as possible, slow learning at its best. So it's the trade-off between system one and system two, like the intuition we felt that something is right and or it feels right, but also the urge to not to take it and going with the emotions. I'm facing a lot of dilemma almost every day regarding it. Is it logical or is it like my stupid emotions coming through that path? I mean, emotions are in product of past experiences or like as human beings we have emotions. That's what actually makes us different. I don't know. I mean, other animals have emotions or not. Probably they have to. But the point I am trying to come out or make through here that um, decision making or like uh, any at any point reaching to a conclusion just following the stupid emotions like i I tend to be logical, as much logical as possible, but I also give priority to my emotions, and there is a very strong correlation between emotion and well-being. And another point is like these days I am trying to make sense of what is making me feel what. Like um, I am the creator of my emotions, not the victim of my emotions. So if I am feeling good, what is the reason behind? Like quite a few weeks back, I was feeling a lot good and comfortable living in my apartment because I had done some rearranging in the apartment and I was feeling a lot better because of the change because something very rigid and something very like regular or we are habituated to will not make us feel good for longer time. So I just did some small changes in my apartment and I had created um, a lot of good feelings because of that or a minor change in my daily routine was giving me some kind of good feelings and like also bad feelings or the pain or exhaustion that comes through it like a lot of times I went to the numbing agents like food technology, people, or any kind of specific behavior to numb my negative emotions, or not being able to feel them fully. So, like, there's a very interesting quote by Golda Meir, which I really like, and I have written it down that if we got, I think it says something like, if someone cannot cry with whole heart, cannot become whole again. I mean, or something like that. So everything comes in pairs, and if there is a pain, um, I need to feel. I need to feel it fully. But yes, in that sense, I also try to um, become obsessed, or um, indulge in pain addiction. Like, I have been doing, I don't know, but it feels a lot relieving in that moment. Like, um, something that is creating a lot of anxiety in my life and a lot of frustrations in my life. Anything, any relationships, any um, object, or any event, or any external something, it's good to let it go and find it, you find itself to a path backward to me. So, which is a very important belief I have, and I have been trying that. And to reduce my anxiety levels, I struggle with, um, I can't say that I have anxiety disorder, but I take Xanax once in a while. But I was prescribed that, but I think I have received that from mm genetics or biological circumstances I grew up with. But I will not blame my like genetic parents for that. Like, at this moment, I have um, the knowledge and the capability to change that. And I have been doing a lot of practices, and if there's a pain that I need to feel, um, just sitting with that pain and feel it fully, like, um, rather than going to the numbing agents. But it's also true that I'm a human being, so I also fuck up very often. And Kahneman talks about the correlation between system 1 and system 2, like how they access the available memory of mind and draws a conclusion very quickly, like the crime in Detroit. Like, people have a lot of memory about Detroit and events in Detroit. They will draw a conclusion very quickly. So if someone is unaware of the other things that are happening in Detroit, they will just go with the feeling and be ready to fail. I mean, that's what I used to do in exams when I didn't have any clue. Uh, what is the answers? I would just go with the flow, like, go with the feelings, like, this is the answer, because I don't know what is right or what is wrong. Even in life, like, if like, I mean, I used to talk about like CCJ, criticism, judgment, and comparison. But there is a healthy aspect of that too. Like, if I completely stop doing that, I will stop growing. So, like, I mean, I can put the healthy part in front of it to use them for my inner and outer growth. So, anyways, thanks a lot for listening. Hopefully, I will come back tomorrow.